Even before families get together for the holidays, we're seeing a surge in coronavirus numbers. Over the past 3 days, the U.S. reported more than 517,000 new cases. That puts the total since the start of the pandemic above the 12 million people mark. South Dakota has had more deaths per capita last week than any other state. David Begnaud has our story from Sioux Falls.
South Dakotans do not want to be told what to do, especially when it comes to wearing a mask. Just ask the mayor of Sioux Falls, Paul Tinhaken.
This is cowboy country, man, and you try and tell someone to do something and they want to do the opposite as a result.
The mayor resisted a mask mandate for months, but the city finally passed one, and over the weekend it took effect. But there is no penalty for those who refuse to wear one.
We're at a bar without a mask.
Most people we saw in the downtown area of bars and restaurants were not.
Sioux Falls is putting in a restriction on themselves, but South Dakota in general doesn't care at all whether or not there's a mask mandate or any restrictions to help COVID at all.
22-year-old Nicole Noshel was about to enter a bar when she agreed to speak with us and admitted.
Honestly, I am an RN on a COVID unit.
I don't mean to put you on the spot, but you are an RN.
Yeah.
You work in a COVID unit.
Right.
Nobody gets it better than you.
Right.
And here you are coming to party without a mask.
I've had it, but that doesn't mean that, I do care about other people and, their health as well.
For the record, the two women decided not to go into the bar after our interview. Even the leader of Sanford Health, the largest health system in the Dakotas, has given people reason to question whether there is a crisis here.
It's hard for me to say we are at a crisis. That would be misleading from a clinical standpoint.
But CEO Kelby Krabenhoff isn't a doctor. His chief medical officer, Dr. Allison Suttle, is.
Would you classify what is happening here in the Dakotas as a crisis?
I would.
One expert in South Dakota says the state has the highest hospitalizations per capita in the country.
Do you believe that the governor of South Dakota should put a mask mandate in place?
I do believe that the governor should put a mask mandate in place, that would help us in our attempt to fight this virus.
The governor has vowed not to. South Dakotans preach personal responsibility.
When it comes to how we pass this infection, I think that we need to step up and say that this is not the police or law enforcement's problem, this is ours.
And every maskless person we spoke to seemed to not only know better, but they vowed to do better.
I came out of a bar where no one's wearing masks, but I believe in wearing masks. And I'm not wearing one, so I feel like a giant piece of crap for not wearing one.
In South Dakota, the governor was quoted recently as saying, "I'm not going to stop you or even discourage you from thanking God and spending time together this Thanksgiving." South Dakota has an average of 48 flu deaths per year. They've had 42 new COVID-related deaths just within the last 24 hours.